darlings, my cherished ducklings. Welcome to Peri, Lyons, New York City Celebrity Psychic. And I'm so glad you're here. And just a big shout out to all my viewers. I love you. I get the coolest people here. And all of my friends, Suzanne, Liberation, Tony, just all of my, oh, and Katerina. I'm just so grateful. Looking, at the end of the year, you look back and you think about what's been working, who's helped me. And, I just feel really grateful. Delia, Ellen, and last but not least, and then we'll get to you. I just want to say this. My brother David in England has been so wonderful. So, hi guys. And you can hear him because he's reading books for Audible now. I am so excited you're here. We're counting down to Christmas. Just got over Hanukkah. So happy Hanukkah. Merry pre-Christmas. Merry solstice. And I'm about to do the psychic weather, which, as all of you know, if you have been watching and listening all this time, and if you have, I am so grateful. If you haven't, now is your chance to start a really good habit for the new year. So 9 p.m., Moonstruck, that's Eastern Standard Time, Moonstruck and A1R TV and radio. We're global. There's no excuse not for tuning in. I'm just going to give you guys a quick blessing. And I'm sending all of you who are watching and listening right now, I'm sending a blessing of prosperity, health, love, and for your problems to be miraculously solved. And I had a miracle happen just this past week, and I want to share it with you. But first, let's do the psychic weather. And the psychic weather, we do it with tarot cards. And we do it because it's really accurate. I don't know why. No matter what your sign is, the only thing that you need for this psychic weather to be accurate is if you're watching or listening, or both. Ready? Okay, so I'm going to pick 3 cards. And these cards are about the beginning of the week, the middle of the week, and the end of the week. Okay. So that's like 3 days, 2 days, 3 days, 1 day. I can't count. Okay, I'm just going to get the tarot cards. Hold on. I have to bend over, so just talk quietly amongst yourselves and don't make any bend over jokes. I heard that. Okay. What do people need to know? All right, so first card, oh my gosh, first card we got is Temperance. And Temperance means be patient with any difficult situations in your life right now, because I'm telling you, a lot of them, if not most of them, are going to resolve themselves after the new year, and which is an awesome thing. We love that. Okay. Oh, Temperance also means that we all overindulge in the holidays, but you might want to keep it down to a dull roar. I'm not trying to be a party pooper or anything. I mean, knock yourself out. Not literally, but knock yourself out. But just, maybe you don't have that 7th drink or that 15th cupcake, just for your own sake. But if you want to, ignore everything I just said. Okay, this is a really obvious card. It means a couple of things. It means it's a little boy and a little girl, and they are giving each other, or he's giving her a golden cup with flowers in it. Now, if you're single, this means that you're about to meet somebody with whom you feel really at home, like your inner children really get along with each other, and you don't need an inner babysitter. It also means that you're going to be spending time with loved ones. I mean, obviously, I hope you are. But it's a really nice card, and it means that your inner child is going to get to come out and play and hopefully not get spanked. Okay, and the next card this is from a different pack. Okay, this card is from a very ancient, very beautiful, this is real gold, guys, pack. And this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the 10 of Wands. And this is a time of celebrating. It talks about the end of a cycle of difficulty. So if you're going through a hard time now, honey, this is as bad as it gets, knock wood. It gets much better, starting now, towards the end, 5 days from now. It's a perfect card for the end of the year, And I really do pick these like randomly and blind. So I'm not literally blind, which by the way is terrible movie. Don't watch it. So, and I'm not just saying that because an ex-boyfriend of mine wrote it. The 10 of Wands is a time of, again, it's a gathering together time. 10 is always the end of a cycle. Wands has to do with our day-to-day life and how we lead it. And it has to do with just problems coming to an end. Another cycle is about to start. And everything's really good. So we love that card. Okay. Now we have a young lady from, I believe, Aurora, Colorado. And by the way, if my screen looks tilted, it's not my screen. You've just been hitting the eggnog. So, Allison, are you there, my love?
Yes, I'm here, Peri. How are you tonight?
I'm so glad. Thank you. You're waiting patiently, and I really appreciate that. So I like to connect to people by hearing what their birthday is. Can you tell me? You don't have to tell me the year. Don't ask, don't tell. So can you tell me what day your birthday is?
Yes, April 12th.
Oh, very good day. Okay. And it's nice to meet you, by the way. I'm Peri. Nice. Thanks for showing up, Allison. Okay.
Thank you. Nice to meet you too.
Do you have a specific, it feels to me like you have a specific question in mind. Do you mind telling me what that is?
I do. I have a difficult situation with my daughter. Right now I'm raising her daughter, my granddaughter, and which I would prefer to continue to do, and I'm just hoping that is the case.
I believe it is, and I think I know. What I'm getting about your daughter is that she was a lovely little girl, just lovely. But something, and it feels like drugs or alcohol or the wrong relationship. Something has turned her into somebody you don't recognize. She's selfish, she's ungrateful, and did I mention selfish?
Yeah.
And that's not who she really is. But what we act like is who we are at the moment. And I'm very sorry that you have to go through this. Your granddaughter is just a peach.
Yes.
She is. And she's a lot like you. You almost have more in common with your granddaughter, including looks, than you do with your daughter.
Right.
Yeah. Your granddaughter really looks like you. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah. She's so beautiful. I really get her. And she's a very resilient child and sensitive. Those two things do not go together very often. And she's also as bright as bright. It looks to me like you are going to get your granddaughter to keep. I think perhaps one of the disconnects that's going on with your daughter and her true self right now, I don't think she is naturally a liar, but I don't think right now she's been dwelling in the palace of truth very much.
Right.
That's me being tactful. I do believe after she gets like a year under her belt of sobriety, and by sobriety you mean no alcohol, no drugs, and not being with a jerk I think she's with.
Yeah.
Sorry, but I mean this guy's sorry, that's not very I know what it's I have so much respect and love for all the recovering alcoholics and addicts in my family and circle of friends. Active ones drive me crazy.
Exactly.
Not very compassionate, but there you are. I think that she is telling you one thing, but the courts are going to say another thing. I don't think she's going to pass any kind of sobriety test at this time. I also think that something's going to happen, God forbid, in the next 6 weeks, in which the police are going to be called to that house, no serious injury, nothing like that. That's not what I'm saying. I am saying that it looks to me like this is a decision she won't get to make, because her decision-making skills are going to be demonstrably and evidentially proven to be flawed at this time. Now, what I see for her eventually is her getting her life back together, because this guy is going to move on. That's what men like that do. And she's going to be heartbroken and emotionally destroyed, and that is going to give her a road back to who she really is. And who she was as a child was just delightful. I mean, I think she was so smart. I think she loved reading. I think she, she was very popular. This is what I'm getting about her. I get that she's a shining light. It's just right now somebody's put a bushel on top of it. That's not permanent. It's not. I don't think this is going to happen soon, though. I think that when it does happen, and I'm seeing a few years down the road, unfortunately, is that she's going to go back to college. I don't think she finished. And become like just a really loving, lovely, giving member of society. That's what I see eventually. But right now, I don't see your granddaughter being taken away from you. I just don't. And I'm so sorry you have to go through this. You have a couple of sons, is that correct?
No, I don't have any sons.
Oh. Okay, well,
All girls.
if I wasn't wrong occasionally, I couldn't be right the rest of the time. Sorry about that. That's okay. Sometimes I make mistakes.
I have a couple of son-in-laws.
Okay. I'll accept that. But you know what? I have a very high accuracy rate, and that means I get to be wrong a couple of times a year. So it's fine. Thank you for trying to make that right. But it's good. And never trust any kind of psychic or anybody like that who's like, I'm right 100% of the time, because, honey, you're human. Not possible.
Right.
Okay. For you, what I'd like to say is that you are going to have a lovely holiday. I don't see anything happening before the holidays to mess with that. I think if your daughter manages to make it back for the holiday, which I'm not sure is going to happen, but I will tell you, if you listen to the end of the show, that miracles happen. And I mean real miracles, really happening. So I'm not going to rule that out for you. Meanwhile, you're a lovely person. You give back to your community. You're a really good mom. You really were. The choices kids make when they're out of the house, not on you. You are a really good mom. And you're the best thing that could have happened to your granddaughter. End of story.
Aww.
I see that happening, going on for at least 5 years. And I'm going to stand by that. But let me know. I'm on Facebook as Peri Lyons, Peri, like periwinkle. Lyons is in like the town in France. Let me know what happens, because I think this is really going to be okay. All right?
Thank you so much, Peri. I appreciate it.
You take care, my dear. Thanks very much for being here.
You're welcome. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Sure. So I'm here if you want to call. It's all good. And I love reflecting back to people, kind of the greatness that you are. You're the people. And I love giving you accurate, well, except for in that, like, tiny mistake, accurate answers. And I'm going to give you a piece of advice for the holidays, which is don't panic while doing your makeup. Okay? I started doing my makeup 2 hours ago. I'm like, I got 2 hours, piece of cake. And then my 91-year-old mother fell down. What happens? And then I started panicking. And 15 minutes ago, you would have seen I mistook my eyeliner brush for my contour brush. So, and my lipstick brush for my eyeshadow brush. And I would like to thank Estee Lauder for giving me the makeup I'm wearing. And but I was a hot mess. So don't put your makeup on in a panic. If you're boy, girl, other, I'm just telling you. We've got Dottie in Wellington, Ohio. Cool. Dottie, can you hang out for 30 seconds? Well, there's something I want to share with you and with everybody. For the last 2 years, thank you, baby. I appreciate that. For the last 2 years, I have been taking care of my 91-year-old mom, which is a joy. She's just great. But I've also been taking care of my fiance, who has had, here's the miracle, cancer. And 2 months ago, we got told that it had metastasized and spread to his pancreas. And the doctors just said, look, he went through chemo, radiation, and all of that. He was incredibly brave. But 2 months ago, we started getting his affairs in order. And then he went for a CAT scan, another kind of scan recently. 10 days ago, we went to see his oncologist, cancer doctor. He's in complete remission. They can't explain it. I can explain it because I pray my butt off, but I don't think it's me. I think it's like, I'd like to thank all my Buddhist friends who chant Nam-myoho Renge Kyo for chanting for his health. I'd like to thank all of my Muslim, Christian, Jewish, and Hindu friends for praying for David. And I'm here to tell you that miracles happen. I am a doctor's daughter. That's not even possible what just happened. And it happened. I can prove it. So I just wanted to share that with you. It's like my Hanukkah Christmas miracle. And I want to tell you that miracles happen. Blood tests don't lie. Okay. Dottie, thank you so much for waiting. You still with me?
Yes, I am.
Thanks. And I wanted to share that for you too, because I think for whatever reason, I think you kind of needed to hear that right now, right?
Yes, that's awesome.
Cool. Thank you. So tell me about you. How can I help you? And what's your birthday? I like to connect with people through their birthdays.
Okay, my birthday is June 10th.
Very good day. We love that day.
And,
You too. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I didn't hear what you said.
What I was going to say is it feels to me like you too have a pretty specific question. Is that correct?
Yes, I do. I kind of have two. One,
Cool.
I was
baby.
just wondering if anybody that had passed has, comes out or has anything to tell me. And the other thing was my future, like my health and all that.
Your health. You have had some health challenges. It feels like something is in your sort of middle area. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going to get too specific because this is not private. So,
Right.
let's start with your health and your future.
Okay.
The mediumship work it takes a lot of time. So I want to make sure I get to the good news first. And the good news is that, you really have had you've had it feels like 2.5 to 3 big medical challenges over the past 2 years. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And one has limited your mobility. Well, they both limited your mobility. It's hard to go anywhere when you feel like, poop.
Yeah.
But one it feels like it affected your literal mobility, like your joints and stuff. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes, you are.
I'm sorry about that. Feels like maybe rheumatoid arthritis, but I'm not sure, so we'll move past. The other one feels like something that you're a little more scared and worried about. I love that you've been keeping on top of this and going to your doctor regularly. Please keep doing that. But it feels to me like the worst in this is past. And rather than this taking the turn that you are scared it might, it's not going to.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like it's going to stay. It's not cancer, but I'm going to use the word in remission. It feels like it is going to stay sort of in remission and start to back off of you, basically. And
Oh.
I mean, thank God you're doing everything your doctor says. You're following her, others' advice, and rock on with your bad self. I'm so proud of you for doing that. Really, because, my dad was a doctor and people would come in and he'd say everything to help them and then they'd ignore it. So I'm so excited that you're taking care of yourself in such a beautiful way. Keep doing that. But the thing that's giving you difficulty with your joints, I'm not going to make a guess on air, but I think I know what it is. I would suggest just finding slow stretches that you can do. And I know your doctor has advised this, but just stretching out a little bit more every day. And it's challenging, but you are, first of all, you're a really good self-healer. I mean, you heal other people too with your presence. I mean, presence, you're being there. I mean, presence too, it's Christmas, but you take care of a lot of people. You do. Don't even bother denying it. I know you do. You take care of everyone emotionally, spiritually, mentally. You help them with problems, and physically. You help your friends out. That's who you are. And now it's time to, for a little while, turn that energy back into yourself. I'm not saying dial down your friendships because that's not going to happen. But I am saying think of yourself as a friend and really, really use that loving energy towards yourself. As Shakespeare said in Henry V, he said, I'm going to paraphrase because I suddenly forgot it, but the greatest sin is not self-love, it's self-neglect. And you're staying on top of everything your doctor's doing, but now I want you to make yourself happy as well. And I'm going to give you an invisible permission slip. So here's an invisible permission slip. Got it? There. Grab it. There. Good.
Got it.
That's your permission slip to do anything that makes you happy. For the next, let's see, for the next 3 weeks, I'd really like that to be your focus. Because I think you've also sort of lost sight, because you take care of so many other people, it can be really easy to lose sight of what gives us pleasure. Trust me on this. I'm taking care of a 91-year-old mom and a cancer patient. So,
oh, wow.
So for you, this is about you, not me, remembering what you love to do, pull out your paint kit, start singing again. And I feel that a relationship that's important to you is going to start being a lot more fun. But basically, what I'd like you to do is start noticing what makes you happy and then do more of it. Does that sound cool? The rest is going to work itself out because your health is the most important thing. And that is on the upswing. It's getting better. It is.
Yeah.
And keep going to your doctor, but start paying attention to what makes you happy. The job stuff, I do not get you being in any kind of financial dire straits. I love that band. I get that you're comfortable and you're going to continue to be comfortable. And that's great. And your family members are happy and healthy. Can't ask for more than that. And now that your now that your health is getting better, the world is your oyster. Or if you're allergic to shellfish, the world is your gingerbread person. And you have such a lovely personality too. It just comes right across the airwaves to me. You really do. I don't know you, but I just adore you. So keep going to your doctor. But most of all, the rest of the stuff is going to take care of itself. Just please have some fun. Okay? You promise?
I will. Yes.
Okay. And let me know. My name is Peri Lyons, Peri, and then Lyons like her, but with a Y. And that's what I got for you. Close. What I'd like everybody to do right now Dottie first, and the rest of you, is close your eyes and make a wish. Make a Christmas wish.
Okay.
It's going to come true. Yeah. All right, my love. Thank you so much for calling, and let me know how you're doing. I'm on Facebook, okay? And I really care.
Okay.
I love knowing I'm right. All right, sweetheart. Thank you.
All right.
And to
Thank
all my
you.
listeners
Bye.
and watchers, bye, sweetie. Thank you so much. And all my listeners and watchers out there, I'm going to recommend my favorite song of the year, which is Cassandra Jenkins. She has a song called Hard Drive. It's her single. It's number 2 on the Pitchfork Top 100 Songs of the Year. Beats out Billie Eilish, beats out Megan Thee Stallion. All good. I would like you to get that song, get the album, Cassandra Jenkins, and listen to it. If you do, you'll know why I told you to. Also, it's just a fabulous song. God, bless all of you. And mwah, I love my cherished ducklings. Come back next week at this time. I'll be waiting right here by the phone. So, Peri Lyons, New York City Celebrity Psychic, A1R Psychic Radio, Moonstruck Psychic TV. We're the biggest in the world, kids. See you soon. Bye-bye. Mwah.